What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the hybrid mod action. Spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Poseidon is I Am Joe. His partners today in the green color, playing as Oranos, he's I Go Heimdall, and also in the purple color, playing as Loki, he is Shelty. That's the DoD clan there, and their opponents are the PXX clan in the red color, playing as Loki. His name is Mello. In the teal color, playing as Zeus, his name is Gaboo21. And in the yellow color, playing as Zeus as well, is Mozzy. The map is Anatolia, and it's currently 1-1 in this best of 3 team game match for the RTSLeague. So real-time strategy league. I believe this is hosted by Blackadder. And it's sponsored by AOL Destroyer. So there's actually a prize pool. Normally this is just about fame and glory, but money's on the line in this one. That's potentially why we're experiencing the hybrid mod here. I really enjoy watching anything new in this game. So hybrid mod is essentially a combination of the vanilla mod, the vanilla game, which is the original game, and the Titans game. So you basically strip back all of the extra features of the Titans, except for Atlantean and auto queue, because they couldn't get rid of auto queue. They wanted to get rid of auto queue, but they couldn't get rid of it. So essentially, it's all stripped back. You can still use Atlantean. There's no shooting docks. There's no classical town centers. There's no free myth units. So we'll see what happens here and see how these players are adapting. Every single one of these players, I believe, is a Titans player. So we're not going to be able to see any of that Nilla magic, unfortunately, in this game. But we'll see what happens here. We are basically going to see very boomy play here. On Anatolia, it's one of those team game maps where it is a little bit difficult. You know, it's a bit difficult for basically the middle players, because they have to walk their villager all the way to the shore. It's normally best if you have a Norse player in the middle, so they can send an Ulfsark to the shore, so that at least there's not like walking time that you're not getting from your villagers. So if you can sort of work out how the map spawn's going to happen, I believe there is a way to do it, but you have to like organize the team selection a bit better than they did. So definitely don't want to have your Oranos player in the middle, because that's 3 villagers worth of walking time all the way to the shore. Anyways, that's enough of that. Joe's also not playing Isis this game. He's picking up Poseidon, maybe not content with his abilities with Isis on Anatolia, which doesn't make a lot of sense, because unless it was like a random map and they just decided they wanted to stuff around a little bit. But Isis is such a strong god on this map, because you can just produce 5 docks or something along one shoreline and get 20 fishing ships and still be advancing super fast. But that's not what we're seeing here. We do see that the split of the docks has happened. So we've got both Zeus players on the bottom side of the map, with only our Loki player Mello at the top, against our Loki player Shelty and our Oranos player Heimdall. We're probably not going to see green move down to this bottom, because Atlantean's pretty lazy with their citizens. They're pretty fat. So he's going to chill up here on the top, and they're just going to go for a super fast attack on the shoreline of Mello. So Mello's goal here is to last longer than Joe. So essentially what Gaboo or Mozzy should do is basically send villagers forward, throw up a couple of barracks, or military academies, excuse me, build hoplites, get a Minotaur, and then try and kill Joe's land while the other player is killing Joe's sea. So if Joe commits hard to the sea, this like sneak attack thing that happens from Gaboo would be super strong. So we'll see if he does do that. And if he doesn't go for the base and he does go for water, he should still be chucking down that military academy, getting out hoplite and trying to put the pressure onto what Joe's got here. If you can like get some hoplite onto the docks, you kill them off super fast, and it's going to be similar situation over here with our Shelty player Loki. Loki player Shelty makes more sense. If he does that, he should get his temple up early, pump Herser, and send them basically down the map while Yellow's pumping archer ships. I believe there is one little problem with Atlantean on water, because in Nilla, in the conversion from Nilla to Titans, archer ships what do? Archer ships in Nilla are all even statted. They've got the same stats and everything. We're seeing Joe go through Hermes, so I'll continue that explanation after we see what every people are going through. Heimdall for Mello, Prometheus for Heimdall. That was weird. Gabu is not advancing yet, but I'm assuming he's going to go through Athena. Maybe Hermes, actually. Shelty is for Seti, and mozzzzy is Athena. So seeing Heimdall's a bit strange for Mello. Maybe he wants to get the upgrade for his own ships. But back to the differences in the ships. So in the Titans, all of the ships got different stats. So I think Norse got extra attack, Greek got extra range. Something happened with Egyptian ships. Maybe they like nerfed Egyptian ships because Egyptian was so strong on water. And most importantly, Atlanteans' ships were cheaper and weaker. I would prefer to see in this mod Atlantean ships be reverted to normal stats and more expensive, like back to normal values, and see if they're still as strong, or see if there's any issues that happens to them. But we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll make that change at some point. The mod's still kind of in development as people are starting to advance into that next age. If we jump over to mozzy's perspective, he is not producing any ships just yet. What is going on here? Oh, he's getting purse seen. That's definitely one of those upgrades you want to get straight away on team games, because you just get so much more food and you can get to the heroic age super fast if you can hold on to the water. And if you've got 2 people on your side of the water, generally speaking, it's worth it to grab that that extra upgrade there. So we'll see basically if Joe can micro his way through here. It does look like there are some military academies and archery ranges coming up for Gabu. That's exactly what you want to see. And Gabu's also producing some of those triremes himself. We are seeing a little bit of a water fight here. We have so many ships here for Mello. So Mello could actually take... Oh, that was a nice kind of dodge there from the Oranos shockwave. You can kind of dodge... maybe he could have won that fight. He was 1 or 2 ships behind. But when you're microing against 2 players, you oftentimes have a little bit of an advantage, because you can basically you can target the weaker players' ships. So you want to target Heimdall's ships, who's not going to micro as well as Shelty, and see if you can get an advantage that way. But we're seeing Mello and Shelty's boat masses are going to start taking over here, so he is definitely going to be in the advantage here. And we already see 4 Herser coming through. You got to assume, and 2 more though, so Shelty is definitely going ham on those Herser already. So he's going to be moving forward, start bashing down those docks, and we are seeing, again, more fighting happening over here. We have seen a little bit of action over here, but still not ready to be pushing in just yet. Mello is holding for the time being, but his micro is not that great at this point. We are seeing some significantly better micro from Heimdall and Shelty, just simply focus firing at this point. Oh, nice little pullback there, but not committing too hard, and more ships coming in right now. So Mello is getting completely torn apart on this water. We're seeing mozzyzy and Gabu coming in here to pick off what Joe's got. Joe's definitely not going to be able to survive from this pressure right here. And again, still no real sign of micro here from anyone. This is all just focus fire, which is what you want to do when no one's microing. On these big ship fights, you essentially want to guess the first ship that gets attacked, or a couple of ships that you think will get attacked, pull them back, and if they don't, then immediately refocus fire them and see what you're doing there. We do see that mozzy's moving in with Jason and Theseus here, going to be trying... Sorry, Jason and Odysseus here trying to pick off Theseus, which is going to do great. If I was this Odysseus right now, I'm moving right into this location here and right over here, sending my units over here as well. Definitely would be building some of these military academy units, archery ranges, and moving forward and trying to kill off Joe as fast as possible. We are seeing that Shelty is moving up here, picking off the rest of the docks of Mello. The complete water ownage from this top of the map has happened, and we should start seeing some of those fishing ships start get produced from every one of these docks at this moment. Shelty's going to be able to hit that heroic age super soon. And Joe going through Dionysus super fast there. He does have 15 favor, which I think is enough for Skylar there, but there's maybe too many docks here, and fighting back on this water is going to be pretty difficult, especially against your own Zeus player. We do see a bolt get cast there, killing off Hippolyta and forcing the villagers back into the base there. Joe's not going to be able to have any amount of wood. He can actually think about going straight to that mythic age, but I feel like at this point he's probably going to be under too much pressure, and if he does try to go mythic age, then that's just going to be like Q double hoplites attacking him, and he's probably just going to die. But really, it's the race right now. The race is on who can kill their doubled partner faster, or is Gaboo going to come over here and try and defend Mello? We'll see what happens there. Mello's a little bit further behind than Joe is, simply because of how aggressive Shelty and Heimdall were. They're going to be able to keep putting that pressure on, and I'm assuming everyone's going to be advancing to that heroic age around about now. Mello's not close. Heimdall's not close either. Gaboo's not close. No, Idle Bragi is coming through here, and Mozzy's already in Dionysus. So Mozzy's actually going to be thinking about going to that mythic age, it looks like. Does need to get a market down, though, if he does choose. There's the markets going up right now. We do see Tusk of the Iron Balls coming through for Joe, which is really nice. And Shelty's casting flaming weapons. Where's he attacking, though? No? Oh, that was Healing Spring. Huh, I suck. Grabbing that second town center, taking that one away from Mello there. That is Mello's town center. We do see some odd town center spawns here, very close to each other, and very, very nicely defended here. So, in terms of natural resources on the map. And we are seeing markets finally up there, and Mozzy's going to be going through Hephaestus. So he does need to get a lot more villagers on favor right now if he wants to be grabbing Hephaestus, cheaper armory upgrades, and he's going to be chucking up 2 more armories. So that's exactly what he's doing. I do like this, but at this point, he's basically saying, Gaboo, you need to start playing a little bit better so you can distract Joe a little bit more. We are seeing that Gaboo's going in for Heimdall here. I'm not sure I like this at all. You want to keep putting pressure on the players that are falling behind so you can keep them behind, because that's what's kind of happening here with Mello. Mello is not really able to come back in this game. He's through Heimdall. He's got watchtowers and everything like that up, so he's kind of defended, but I mean, you can just move in here and really cause some pain, kill off the gold mines, and force Green to come over to this location instead of staying in his base. Which is kind of what's happening at the moment, which I do like. We do still have restoration and bronze there for what are we talking about here? Mozzy. Shelty gets so confused. Shelty's making a move into Gaboo's base though now, trying to build some longhouses up. Going to put the pressure onto him just because his entire army is down the map here. We are seeing that Joe's trying to find some raids at the moment, and he has managed to pick up a couple of villages there, which is definitely going to set Mozzy's early armory upgrades back, which is definitely not too great. And we are seeing that Joe's still looking for more villages around the map. We're seeing restoration is getting cast here. Ooh, was that a bit late? I think that restoration was not very good right there. I think he was under too much pressure, and all of these units are going to get picked off there. So many medium cavalries and Oranos army as well. We're seeing Plenty Vault does get cast there. Joe looking like he wants to go to that next stage. He's got 1,300 gold in the bank, and he's doing a lot of good raids onto Mozzy right now, onto Gaboo's right now, sorry. And finally, we're seeing temples going up right now. There's so many Hersa here. You can just move in and just take out this town center. There's no army here, and there's no reason to not. We're seeing a bunch of Mozzy's villagers getting picked off here from the Hersa, which is absolutely huge. If we jump over to Shelty's perspective, he's got 100 favor in the bank, and he's going through here. So he just needs to attack this town center. Cast Thimble Winter. I don't think he should be casting flame weapons, but there we go. We're seeing flame weapons get cast, and he's forcing Mello back off his base there, and he's going to move in and try and pick off this town center. Thimble Winter is going to be killing off a bunch of these villagers, gathering favor. Does Mozzy have that? He still doesn't have the 60 favor, so he's being delayed so much right now. This town center is going to definitely get picked off, and we're seeing a bunch of these Hersa moving into Mello's base. A nice troll spawn there, but against Flaming Weapons Hersa, these got picked off so fast. Definitely not great for him. We'd much prefer to get a Valkyrie or something like that he can run away. But all of these Hersa getting chased down. They're going to get hit by the town center, but as long as they move, it's going to keep doing a bunch of that damage. That town center is going to fall, looks like, just about. There's a bunch of those villagers doing a lot of work here, but Joe's medium cavalry going to be trying to pick those ones off as soon as possible. Heimdall moving in right now, trying to pick off Gaboo's villagers, which is going to be awesome for him, killing off all those gold gold mine is huge. Town center falls. Needs to pick off some of these watchtowers now. We're seeing some of these Fenris wolves coming out for Shelty. Fenris wolves are reverted back to nilla stats, which are stronger than the Titans wolves. And basically, once you get 6 of them, they're ready to go raid. And if you can find like a bunch of villages with 6 Fenris wolves, they're all dead. It's so brutal. And we are seeing Mellows trying to move back in here again, looking for what he can do. Gonna try and come over here and save some of Gaboo's villages from the Herser of Shelty, but it's a little too late at the moment. All of these guys are under a lot of pressure, and we are going to see that that Mello's trying to move in. He does have his own flaming weapon, so he could move in here and put on a lot of pressure with the Herser and see what he can do there. If we jump over to Mello's perspective, he still has 100 favor, so he does need to start investing some of that into Battle Ball or something like that, because Battle Ball are very, very good, but there's so many Herser that it might not even be worth it. And we are seeing town centers going up now for Shelty. Also, you have to worry about the ceasefire. We can just cast ceasefire right now, right? Joe can just cast ceasefire. Nope, not going to cast ceasefire. Not worried about it? No? Okay. We're just going to see the flaming weapons get used and it's going to be totally fine. Maybe there's some damage happening somewhere else and we're not too happy about a ceasefire, but we're seeing bronze get cast as a response now to the Herser. Both of these Herser, I think, are in similar stats. Yeah. And we are seeing a little mountain giant spawn there. Going to be able to move that guy in and start doing what he wants to do. We're seeing restoration gets cast there by Mozzy. That's going to be very helpful in terms of the army of Mellow, but it may be a little bit too late. There's just too many units here. Town center is up, and we have a mountain giant spawn for Shelty there, and a bunch of these Fenris wolves are out right now. Heimdall has gone through Helios, which is going to be able to allow him to transport around the map really, really fast. And again, look at all of these. Look at all of these guys. There's 6 Fenris wolves right now. Time to send them off. Time to look for gold mines, essentially. You want to find where people are mining gold. And if you can find that and kill them off, that's huge. You just move into the opponent's base, jump onto these villages, they all die. It's huge. Bronze is cast though for Mozzy, so that's going to be a nice little push back in for them. He might be able to even pick off this town center, especially with some of those Zeus hoplites, though there are Stymphalian birds here. You to get that Odysseus to be targeting down the Stymphalian bird, and Joe's just kind of kiting around Mozzy here. Not sure exactly what's going on there, but that's not going to do all too much. And here we go. We're seeing these Fenris wolves do a brutal amount of damage to these villages and no reaction from Mozzy at all. That's brutal. And we're seeing some of basically Shelty's spotted out this location here, sent his mountain giant in to try and pick off the town center as well. All of these units are, all these Fenris wolves are going to get out, except for one does fall there from that Jason whack attack. Actually, another one may fall as well. He's going to get out with, no, he's out of life. Only 4 left, but Shelty's got 90 favor and he's still producing these Fenris wolves. So just moving back in with the Fenris wolves can start picking off some of these villages. We're seeing the Herser move back in. Battle Balls trying to do as much damage as you can, but these hoplite are huge at picking down town centers. So good at when they're heavy and they've got those upgrades, almost fully upgraded armor upgrades there. So good. And we're going to see the wolves trying to move around, try and find something else. Gonna maybe look for some villages over here, but Mello's going to be out of gold soon, which is going to be very difficult for him to continue fighting. If we jump over to Mello's perspective, he could be producing some of those trade caravans, but that's not going to happen just yet. We're seeing, Mello has got access to tier now, so going to cast his own Fimble Winter, which is going to slow down DoD a little bit here. Going to pick off a bunch of the other villages, and we see Town Bell gets rung. This is the best counter to the best way to defend against the Fenris wolves is you hotkey around your town centers and look where they spawn, and then you click the Town Bell on the ones that it spawns close to. Anyways, we're seeing more and more pressure coming onto PXX as they're trying to take out what DoD has, trying to pick off everything they possibly can. We're seeing Bellerophon do absolute work on these Fenris wolves. Unfortunately, Shelty not paying attention to them, too concerned about his villages or something, and all of the Fenris wolves are going to get picked off. Bellerophon wins that fight easy. He's such a beast, able to jump in and pick off so many units there. But it looks like Joe's moving in right now, trying to pick off some of these gold villages as well, which it looks like he's going to be able to do. He's got a nice surround on them, so that's going to be huge. Mello's going to be under so much pressure right now on his gold mine. Town center has been kind of secured now, though, for Mozzy. So Mozzy's actually being absolutely huge at this point. So he's going to keep going here. He needs to start upgrading these to champions, get more buildings around the map, grab town centers, try and do what he can do to get back in this game. Grab this town center for sure. 100% need to be doing that one. Trying to pick off some villages over here as well would be a great idea. We're seeing military academies get produced here. Villagers trying to help out, and Gaboo's moving in with his medium hoplites, trying to pick off some of these villages as well. Though there are dryads over here, going to be able to smack some of these villages down very, very fast. And we're seeing Valor gets cast, Shockwave gets cast on those hoplites. Pretty nice, but it's not going to do all too much. He's got using medium destroyers against hoplites, and not a great idea. Hoplites hard counter destroyers, hard counter Contarios, but the heavy archers do okay against the hoplite. And we're seeing some of those Joe cavalry picking off that back town center for Gaboo. Gaboo now sitting at 0 town centers, which spells dreadful economy because you can't produce villages anymore. That being said, though, we're moving in here on this gold mine and basically forcing DoD off it. Best option would be to try and get some sort of gold staff here. We usually see champion hoplites have come up, and Artemis coming now onto Mello's base. That's going to be so much destruction right there. Mello sitting at 40 population cap. He's lost so many houses right there. Needs to rebuild those ones up as soon as he possibly can. He does have the wood, but he's only got 47 population. So where's his army? He's got no army anywhere, so he can't even produce those buildings because he has no infantry units to do so. And Joe's just going to move in now, pick off all of these villages. That's going to be way too much for them to deal with. Mozzy decides to tap out, and I'm sure the rest of them are going to as well. Mello taps out, Gaboo taps out. That's GG. Really well played there by DoD, taking this series 2-1 with their superstars. Shelty Joe would have liked to see Brickhead in this as well, but Heimdall did very well himself. If you enjoyed this game, please rate, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you enjoyed it and want to see my videos as soon as they come out. My name's Boit, and I'll see you guys next time.